Hi, Neil Mathweg here, Onion Juice Podcast. Hope you're having a great day. You might hear us on iTunes, Stitcher, or SoundCloud. And guess what? Now we're on YouTube. And, we're just an audio podcast. We're not a video podcast. So I'm thinking, how am I going to be on YouTube when I'm just audio? And so I just want to let you know that the rest of the video is not going to be me talking into a microphone. It's going to be a picture of me sucking on some onion juice. So it's just going to be our cover album the rest of the way, but I figured this is a great way for us to get our content on YouTube as well as iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. So enjoy and have some fun listening to the onion juice. Hope you have a great day, and like always, remember to be the reason somebody smiles today. This is episode number 1, and this is the one about what this podcast is all about.
If you're a real estate agent or broker, this show is for you. Onion Juice is both a podcast and a movement designed to wake up and redefine the real estate industry so we can build a business we truly love, make a greater impact while eliminating the stress of it all. They drink orange juice, we drink onion juice. They chase people, we attract people. Here's your host, Neil Mathweg, for another stimulating episode of The Onion Juice. Let's join the movement now.
Welcome to the Onion Juice. My name is Neil Mathweg, and I am your host of the Onion Juice podcast. And this is the episode number 1, our first one. Here we go. And what this episode is all about is really describing what is the Onion Juice and what is this podcast all about. Before I dive into that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a real estate agent and a leader of a company here in Madison, Wisconsin. I've been selling real estate for 13 years, and about a year ago or so, I started to have this burning desire, this passion inside of me to coach and lead agents and help them grow their business. And I've been writing a book, and I've been doing some public speaking, and I just have found my passion and super excited. And in January of this last year, I joined a firm called Realty Executives Cooper Spransey, and Dan Spransey, my new partner, gave me the opportunity to do just that. And so I coach and lead our agents. We have about 40 agents or so. We are growing. Actually, we're the fastest growing company in our MLS right now. So super excited about that. And I want to give a quick shout out to all of my Cooper Spransey peeps. And they're the reason I'm doing this show. And it all started because about 3 months ago or so, I was coaching with one of our agents. And he, at the end of our session, so call it a session, he said to me, he goes, "Do you have this recorded anywhere? You gave me so much information that I feel like I was drinking out of a fire hose." And I said, "Well, no, I don't have this recorded, but I easily could." And that's when I had my aha moment. That's when the light bulb went off. And that's when I realized that I could, everything that I've been teaching and coaching our agents, I could put it in a podcast and help our entire industry. And so that's where the idea of the podcast came from. And so what is the Onion Juice? And so let me just kind of give you a little insight of my idea here and what I want to fulfill. The Onion Juice is a podcast for real estate agents and real estate brokers out there who are all about doing things different. I feel like we are all drinking orange juice. We're all doing the same things, and nobody is challenging the status quo. And so this show is about doing things differently. This is about drinking the other OJ, which is onion juice. I'm all about doing things different. I'm all about challenging the status quo. And so that's what this really is going to be about, is different ways to run our business and really those that want to stop chasing people and start attracting people. All too often I see agents that are chasing the next silver bullet, trying to build the next mousetrap, the next tech tip, or the next tool, or the next lead gen, or the next mailing program, and on and on and on. And I want to stop that chase. Stop chasing systems. Stop chasing people. And instead, I want to start attracting people. Start engaging with people and start educating and empowering people. We are not in the industrial era. We constantly are going back to doing industrial type things in this business. Instead, we're in the connection era. It's all about connecting with people. And I believe it's all about using your art to create that connection. So why did I pick the onion juice? Well, mainly because I want to do things different. Like I don't know. I mean, you Google onion juice, and the only thing you come up with was a hair loss remedy. I guess you can use onion juice to prevent hair loss or to help you regain your hair. So maybe that is a good metaphor here for us, because I know a lot of agents that are losing their hair. Actually, if only I would have become partners with Dan Spranzi a little sooner, maybe I could have helped him, because my partner has could have used some onion juice. But no, really, it's all about doing things different, and it's all about challenging the status quo. And I feel like I said, every agent is drinking orange juice, and I think that we just need to do things differently. And so I needed to pick a name that did things differently, so therefore we went with onion juice. So enjoy. You'll love the onion juice, and I guarantee that sometime down the road here I will take a drink of onion juice. I'm not looking forward to that, but I guess if the show is going to be called Onion Juice, I better have drinking some onion juice. So I plan on posting a show once a week. We will load it on Monday. I know that iTunes sometimes takes 24 to 48 hours before it actually loads, but we will load it here at the office every Monday, and I'm assuming that you'll get it on Monday, but you may not get it until Tuesday or maybe even Wednesday, I guess, if it takes up to 48 hours. The shows were going to be about 15 minutes long. I want to keep them short. I know you don't want to hear me ramble on that much longer, so I'm going to keep them to around 15 minutes. And if we have a guest, then the shows will be a little bit longer, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. And if you're probably on the road right now, so don't do this right now. But once you land, go to iTunes if you're not there already, and please subscribe to the podcast, rate and review. I really need your subscriptions and your ratings and your reviews. So if you could be so kind to do that, I would greatly appreciate it. But again, please don't do it until you're done driving. Also, head on over to onionjuicepodcast.com. That's the website I've set up for the podcast. And there's a listing interview process that I have used over the years. Go there. It's a 12-minute video. I give it to you all for free. Go there and watch that. And then there's also a worksheet that's available so that you can start using this when you go on your next listing appointments. And like I said, I used to do things one way and I was really proud of it, and I didn't listen to a new way until one of my partners in my company pounded this new system into my head, said, you've got to try this, you've got to ask these questions, they work awesome. And finally I listened, and finally I started doing it, and I've changed it up a little bit since then and perfected it, and now I give it to you for free because I really want everybody to start using this. I don't keep track of how many listings I get, but I really feel like I get 99 out of 100. It just works so well. And so go check that out. That's at onionjuicepodcast.com. And also, I've got a Facebook page all set up, facebook.com/onionjuicepodcast. So go there, join the conversation. I also plan on once a week or every once in a while, I plan on doing little shots of OJ, which are going to be like little 3-minute rants about a topic. And I'm going to post those only on Facebook, on the Facebook page. So make sure that you subscribe to the Facebook page. Give me a like, and so that you will get those shots of OJ during the week. And then also, that's where I would like all of the conversation to happen around each episode. So again, facebook.com/ whatever you want to say, Onion Juice Podcast. Here are the rundown of the upcoming shows. So I'm just going to quickly run through these just to give you an idea of what's coming. I believe that you need to treat your business like a media business that just happens to sell real estate. If you look at radio stations, they get it. They know how to engage, empower, and educate people, and they know how to get attract people to their radio station. Think of your business just like that. How can you be a media company? And I believe that we need to be artists, and we need to stop chasing people and start attracting people. You've already heard me rant about that. But your art is your glue that creates that attraction. So I've got a show coming up about different forms of art. Obviously, it's your art. It's not my art or not somebody else's art, but it's your art. But I think if we have one show where we give you some ideas behind this art concept, that maybe the wheels will start turning and that you can come up with your art. I believe that we need to champion causes and start movements. And I've done this a couple times in my business, and it's so powerful. And so I want one episode, and I could have 10 episodes about this topic, but I want one episode that we're going to talk about champion causes, and so that we can help you start movements. A different way to do an open house. This might be a shot of OJ, but I've come up with a different way to do an open house that's works so well. And so that one will be coming up. I want to show all about how to wow clients, and I'm going to bring on one or two guests for this show that I think do an amazing job of wowing clients. They're all about the experience. They do a great job not only during the transaction but after the transaction, and they've got it figured out. So I want to have an episode about how to wow clients. We can either hunt or farm for our business, and this is kind of the chase and attract concept as well. And so I want to talk about there's kind of two different ways to go about it. So I want to have one episode where we dive into both ways and decide which way is better. You're probably going to find out that both ways are really good, but we'll have one episode about that. I want to have an episode about our work-life balance. I see so many agents out there burning out. I, in fact, burnt out, and I struggled with anxiety, and I faced my anxiety head on through a lot of prayer and a lot of help from those loved ones around me. And I have met with a lot of agents recently in the last 6 months, and I would say more than half of them struggle with anxiety. So I want to have an episode where we talk about this hard topic, because nobody's talking about it. When you have anxiety, you sit in isolation, and so I want to get agents out of isolation. And I want to have a safe place, a safe place for us to talk about anxiety. So I'm going to have one episode about that. The other thing that I've learned over the years here is that most agents don't care about their bios or their About Me page. The truth is that the About Me page is the second most visited page behind a home page, but yet agents get done working on this awesome website. They focus on IDX and SEO and setting everything up and writing great blog posts and doing all that, and they're like, oh yeah, I need to work on my About Me page. I gotta quickly type up a quick bio. And I think that you should do it the other way around. I think you should focus all of your energy on your About Me page. Tell your story. Your story is what people are going to read and people are going to engage with. And so your story is so important, and I'm going to help you write your story and different approaches, I guess you could say, of how to write your story. And so we're going to have one show about that, and also how to write a good post, how to tell good stories. I've really worked hard on being a good storyteller, and it's caused a lot of engagement with my followers. And so I want to have one show only about storytelling, and that show, again, I'm going to bring on a guest for. Agents, I think, are doing their websites completely wrong, and I guess I'm a little fired up about it. So we'll have one show about agent websites, and I'm not talking about how to have a better SEO or how to have build the ultimate website. I'm talking about how to build a website that's going to tell your story, and so we've got one show coming on that. Testimonials and tooting your own horn and bragging on Facebook and all the stuff that I see going on. Hashtag another closing, money payday. That is a big pet peeve of mine, and so we're going to have one episode about testimonials and videos and why I really believe that we need to stop doing this. You don't see a chiropractor saying, hey, just fixed another back. No, you don't see a dentist saying, hey, just put in a new Crown, no, they don't toot their own horns. So why are we doing it as realtors? So I want to put a stop to that if we can, and tell you a little bit of thoughts behind all of that. Some more do's and don'ts on Facebook. I've built my brand on social media. Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus is how I've built my audience, and has been my platform for my media. And so I could talk about this stuff for days, but we've got a couple shows coming up about that. I've got one quick tip that you can use on Google Plus that will help you get a return. It'll take you about 2-3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes a week, and it's a great thing that helps you get some returns on Google Plus. The listing presentation or listing system, listing interview process, I give that all to you if you go to onionjuice.com, but I'm going to have one episode, onionjuicepodcast.com, I'm sorry. I'm going to have one episode where I'm going to talk about this in detail, but if you want to jump ahead, go to onionjuicepodcast.com and download or actually watch the 12-minute video, and then I also got a worksheet there for you as well. How to build great culture at the office. I see so many agents getting pushed out the door. I see so many offices sitting empty with just the front admin sitting there and no agents in the office. I see so many offices without culture. The problem is every broker is thinking that everybody wants to work from home, everybody wants to be mobile, and they don't focus on building a culture. The only time people are in the office is when there's a business meeting or something going on at the office, and I really feel like that's a huge miss. And we focus at our company, we focus on our culture, and we have 15 to 20 people in a company that has 40 agents. We have half of our agents or so in the office every day, and a culture that is just buzzing. And so I want to have one episode about that. And if you're a brand new agent, this podcast is for you as well. I have brand new agents that come to me and say, got my license, now what? And so when I started out, I did 36 transactions my first year. So I'll break down those 36 transactions. Now, that was 13 years ago, so a lot has changed, but I can still put a twist to it to help you build your business if you're starting out brand new today. I've got a show coming up about the 800 number system that I use, and how I've set it up so that I'm not chasing these leads and I'm only attracting the good ones, and kind of the funnel to get them to me so that they're good leads, and then I'm not just constantly chasing people. We've got a show coming up about marketing. I could talk about marketing forever. So I got to have at least one show about marketing, if not 10 shows. My newsletter system, I've been mailing newsletters since day one. So I'll talk about that and how that works for me. I even have a show coming up about Taylor Swift. Well, why not? This is the Onion Juice. We've got to have a show about Taylor Swift. So I got a show coming up about her and how it applies to us as realtors and what we can learn from good old Taylor Swift. Curious minds, the benefits behind asking great questions. I have to have a show about this, so that'll be coming up. Removing the stress of it all. We've talked about the anxiety. We've talked about the work-life balance. I'm going to have another show about systems and how I've McDonaldized my business and all of the email templates that I've used. I'm going to give away all of those email templates, and so that show will be coming up. So I've got an email template that I've designed for pretty much every question that comes to me in the business, or every step along the way in a transaction of what to send and when to send it. I've had agents come to me and say, Neil, I want to be a listing agent. I'm so done working with buyers. Can I just do listings? And if so, how do I do that? What does that look like? And how do I become a better listing agent? So we're going to have an episode on that. And again, we'll have more episodes on art and ways to attract people, how to challenge the status quo, how to do things differently. That's what the Onion Juice is all about. So we've got plenty of episodes coming up about that. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and listening to this first episode. I've been planning on doing this for a while, and here we go. Finally here. So thank you so much for giving me a shot. If you if you would do me a huge favor, please go to iTunes, subscribe, rate, and review the Onion Juice podcast. I would greatly appreciate it. Stop on over to Facebook, give me a like, and so that we can start engaging there on after each episode, and that's where the conversation will be. And then also head on over to onionjuicepodcast.com and watch that 12-minute video that I set up, and start using that listing presentation. Please do. You will see the magic in it once you start using it. So again, I couldn't be more excited about this, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you've got any ideas, always feel free to send me an email or a private message on Facebook. My email address is neilmathweg@gmail.com. And if you want to be a guest on the show, let me know. We're still looking for some guests. So again, super excited. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope that everybody has a great day. And like always, remember to be the reason somebody smiles today.